Why can't I start this introduction? Like, I genuinely have tried to do this like 3 times. Let's go again.
So, this video is going to be completely about life as a theater major. If you're not interested in that, I'm sorry. You can probably go watch one of my other videos because they're so interesting. But this one is specifically about being a theater major, specifically at Pepperdine. Hello beautiful creatures and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be just talking about being a theater major and all the things that I've learned so far. I'm ending my 2nd year now, which is crazy, and I felt like I should impart some of the things that I've learned. The first thing I want to address is that being a theater major is a time commitment, because what a lot of people don't know is that yes, we have our theater classes and we have our general education classes and we have rehearsal, but there's a lot of outside work as well. Like most of the classes, you get your in-class experience, you're doing everything you can in class, but then you have to, outside of class, meet up with some people and learn a scene, or you have to set aside some time on your own to learn a monologue, or just as you would do with any class, you have to set aside time to do homework. But then you also have to remember that you might have rehearsal that night. So it's a lot of time management, but I think that it's definitely something that has taught me how to better manage my time, because I was not too great at that before. But here we are now, and I'm about to go into my junior year, and I think that if I were to put it on a scale of 1 to 10, my stress, at least when it comes to like the theater side of my life, is at like a 4, because it's there, like there are some difficulties, but it's something that's very manageable. And I think if you move forward in a way of being aware of the necessity to manage your time, then you're going to be perfectly fine. Keeping on that same track, I want to talk about the rehearsal schedule, because that is a good chunk of the time commitment as a theater major. So when you're cast in a show, you will have the option, you're probably not going to be called like every single day, but there are rehearsals basically every single day from like 6:30 to 10. And so the rehearsals are usually split into certain sections, like you'll work on a certain amount of pages or amount of scenes, or if you're in the musical, you'll work on a certain song that day. But like if you're not in those scenes, or if you're not singing that song, you won't be called. So there are very, very few times where you're going to be spending every single night like 3.5 hours a night in rehearsal. So that's definitely not something to worry about. But I would be prepared to, at least if you're in a show, be called for like an hour a day at the least, just so that you can plan ahead. So you can do like, let's say you have a 2-hour gap between school ending and rehearsal. You now know, well, I only have an hour of rehearsal, so I don't have to cram all of my homework into that 2-hour gap. I can do 3 or 4 assignments, and then I'll go to rehearsal. And then after rehearsal, I will finish the last 2 assignments I have, and then move on with my life. Okay, so moving forward, I've actually gotten a lot of questions about double majoring. And while I am not a double major, a lot of people in the department have chosen to go down that track. And I think it is a great idea. I know a lot of people, when they choose to be a theater major, parents might be like, yeah, sure, do it. But like, just in case, what's your backup answer? And I definitely had that question posed to me by my parents, but I didn't fully listen to them, which is fine. But we're moving on. If you decide to be a double major, it is definitely possible. I would say my advice is just to talk to your advisor, because at least in the theater department at Pepperdine, we are very like open to exploring whatever you're into. So if you want to be an acting major and you want to be a marketing major, do it. You just have to be very particular about which classes you're taking when, and if you want to take summer classes, because that's probably going to be your best bet, and just really figuring out with the help of an advisor what the best path is. 100% that's the best way to go. That goes the same with minors. I know that I still haven't really decided, but I'm considering a sociology minor. And so I think that's the best choice for me because I am a theater major and I do think that that's going to take up a lot of my time, and I want that to take up a lot of my time because it's what I love to do. But I also found that I really like sociology, and I did some research and I talked to my advisor, and it's only like 3 extra classes. So that's the easier route for me instead of doing a sociology major and having to take like 15 more classes. So I would say definitely be open to, yes, exploring other fields, but finding what the best way of exploring that field is for you. So now down to the part that a lot of people care about, getting cast. So I have been blessed enough to be cast in 3 main stage productions and 2 directing projects, and that has been beautiful. I've loved every single experience that I've been in, but the process of being cast is not an easy one. I've auditioned for almost every single production that we've had, and I have gotten rejected, but I've also gotten accepted into the cast. So there is definitely an element of rejection that will come. But I think something that one of my professors told me is that when you're not cast in something, it's not that they're saying, no, we don't want you. It's that they're saying, not right now. And I think that was a very good piece of advice because I think it was the first audition I had that I did not get cast. I didn't get called back, I didn't get cast, it was hard. And I was just coming into Pepperdine and I was kind of discouraged because I was like, this is my thing, and I didn't even get cast. And, you know, coming out of high school where basically everybody gets cast whether or not they, like, probably deserved it, that was hard for me. And so I had the whole moment of maybe this isn't what I'm supposed to do, maybe I'm in the wrong department, maybe I should change my major, all that. But I think thinking back, having those moments of not right now are probably the best moments because it gives you the opportunity to self-reflect, learn, grow, and get better later. And I did, because later that year I was cast in my first show. And so I would say, while getting cast is great and it is fun and it is an amazing experience to learn and grow, I think that whether or not you are cast, I would take whichever experience to be a growing opportunity for you. So I was talking about being cast in both main stage productions and directing projects, and I really want to focus on the directing projects because they're not really something that are widely advertised when you're looking at the department, but they are such amazing experiences. So the directing projects are usually student-directed pieces that the department members get to audition for, and it is a great way to just be able to be on stage and to play and to have fun with others. And while this isn't something that's talked about really, I think it is a great way to really showcase yourself in front of the directing team or the professors that are at the school, because at some point they will be casting, they will be directing, and it's a great way to just put yourself out there, say, hey, I'm here and I love acting and I like you, so maybe we can make this work, you know? I would say take any opportunity you have to share this passion, because people can see passion, people love passion, and the more you express that, the more you exercise this gift that you have, the better it will be, and the more others will see how good you are. And it's just, they're great experiences, and I would really, really suggest taking advantage of them when they come around. I think something else that I would like to express, and I'm talking strictly about my Pepperdine experience, but I am almost 100% sure that it is true of any theater department, take advantage of your community. This group of people, these actors, these stagehands, these directors, These are beautiful, beautiful souls. And if you don't take advantage of that community, of those people, of those beautiful, creative minds, I don't know if you're fully getting what it means to be a theater major. Being a theater major is not about you. It is about a community. Or at least this is for me. Because the way I was brought into the world of theater is that we work together for the greater good. There's nothing that we can do on our own. As an actor, I cannot do anything by myself. I can't. I can do a monologue, but unless I wrote the monologue, I'm working with a writer. I can do a one-man show, but I promise you, I'm not gonna be running the lights and the sound and directing. It's not me. It's a community. It's a group of people. And so I think if you're looking to be a theater major at Pepperdine, if you're looking to be a theater major anywhere, accept the community. Be a part of the community. Let yourself grow with the people that you're around, because it is an amazing experience if you do. That's all I have for you today. If you guys have any questions, you can do as a couple people have done before. Go down into my description box below. Find me on Instagram, DM me, ask me questions. I'm happy to answer. And yeah, until next time, remember, follow your heart and chase those dreams. Bye!